the framing of the question and getting punished, slippers or belt.
So it made sense. I don't.
Listen.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Skratcher Podcast. My name is DJ Rayted-R, and today's cast we got Mixxtress, we got DJ Inspekt, we got Wundrkutie, and today we have a very special guest all the way from Arizona, one of the very best out there, DJ Javin.
Yeah.
Woo!
Party!
Hey, thanks for coming along, Javin.
Yeah, thank you.
How you been? What's good with you?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that you just went to Florida. How was that? You see any?
Yeah, it was cool. It was spontaneous because it wasn't like a club gig. It was like a silent disco for this festival.
Ooh.
And I've only done silent disco like one time, and I like totally bombed it. And I was like, I'm never gonna do this again. But
Wait,
this time
what?
it was like a lot of fun.
That's
I was
dope.
like, can someone switch to my channel? Nobody wants to switch to green. Okay.
Aw,
So this time it's like it was really good. It was a lot of fun.
dope. What kind of festival was this?
It's called Mothership, and this artist named Brandy Carlisle throws it.
Mhm.
And it's like, yeah, so it was like this. It was pretty cool. I don't really want to like label it anything, but yeah.
Did you get to go to the beach out there?
No, it actually rained like the whole time I was there.
Ah.
Yeah,
the
until like the
beach
last day, and then we went like right before we went to the airport.
Oh, you were with acronym too, right?
Yep.
Dope.
Yeah.
I remember
Dope.
meeting them back at Theater Manners too. They're pretty dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super cool.
Hell yeah.
Was that like your first time at Florida? Or have you been multiple times?
First time working there, and then I went to Miami like last month for my friend's birthday though. Nothing crazy.
Fun.
Did
Was
you
it
dance
pretty ratchet
then?
though?
It was I caught the end of Miami Music Week, so it was pretty busy.
Nice.
Dope.
Oh,
All right.
So,
I don't-
yeah.
I like what because that's so far. It's like on the other coast. Like, what have you noticed? Like with like the party scene there versus Arizona, like the West Coast.
I mean, I only went to Miami. As like far as partying, it was a lot more like house and EDM and a lot of things.
Really?
Yeah, I got to see Oscar G, which was pretty cool. He's like this OG DJ that's like a very famous like local over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure he's like more famous than that. But that was my first time like experiencing him. So, but he was like my favorite one I got to see out there. And I literally like flew in like right after my friend was like, we went to this party and like A-Track surprised everyone and showed up and stuff. And I'm
No
like, of course I would
way.
miss that one, but
Damn.
no, it was yeah, I know. I was like, dang it. But yeah, super cool parties out there, and I liked it because everyone just wants to like dance and have fun
Yeah.
versus like own life, I guess.
That's true. And you said this was a silent disco, so people were all rocking the headphones and all that.
Yeah, for this time around, when
Yeah.
I went to Destin, which was a whole different place.
Yeah.
Everyone was pretty much just rocking headphones the whole time. I know. I wanted to post a video where it has like that, that meme sound where it's like the basketball shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You should have did that.
I gotta find that audio, but
Yeah, I could definitely make it happen. I've seen like silent disco. I've never attended one. I mean, I've seen it happen, and it's interesting because it's like you just hear everyone just moving along, and it's just quiet. I feel like if it was really quiet, you could really hear everyone breathing just loud, just doing their moves and shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's hilarious, man.
Do you actually like DJing those types of parties?
That was
what's going on?
That was only my second time. I was for a while. I was like, I didn't really like care for the concept too much.
Mhm.
But then I would like keep seeing it happen. I'm like exploring it a little bit more, and it's pretty cool. Just because like if you don't like something, you can like switch over.
Oh,
For
true.
this one though, like the crowd was pretty like, I guess like more like mass. So they would like sing along to like very obvious like sing along tracks. Which was, I guess, like the
okay.
only sound you would hear besides the breathing, like Ray said.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I imagine.
Have you done like when you're DJing for those parties, like you'll play a sing along and you know they're gonna sing, you take off your headphones and like hear how it sounds, and then put it back
yeah, I did that like twice that night. It's cool.
Yeah, how is that? Are you like wearing like the actual like headphones that everyone wears so you can hear what it sounds like, and then
Yeah.
like, you have like another like in ear or something to like actually hear like what you're cueing?
Yeah, so I'll have like this one that I'm wearing right now, which is just an in-ear, and then I'll
Uh-huh.
have the other one here.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm pretty used to doing that though, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's what's up.
You've done multitude of parties. Like, what is the crazy? No, I wouldn't say craziest. Let's say weirdest party, considering like silent disco is still not as prevalent. Like, what is another weird party you have done that you're like, that you can talk about?
I guess it depends on like what you mean by weird. But
Like weird to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like in a bad weird or anything. It was just like a unique experience. But when I first started DJing, I got hired to like DJ for a deaf school, so I didn't really understand like the concept of that. But it was because of like the bass, and that's how I learned that stuff.
Wait, elaborate. Wait, a deaf school? That's so interesting. So
Yeah.
you would play more for the bass of songs
Yeah.
for them to feel.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what they ended up asking for, but I didn't really like know it at that time, you know.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
I guess
that's
that one was
cool.
weird. Yeah, the rest are just like ragers, honestly, as far as like parties go.
For that deaf gig, did you have to prep like and find like bass heavy type tracks, or it's mainly they meant like just whatever songs that they didn't technically just feel the bass and go off that?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I would
It's
just
like
like
a-
loop the bass. It was like mostly subs.
So it's a lot of
So it was pretty
faster
dope,
songs.
but it was like unique. So yeah, so I guess not really so much weird, but I don't
Just
know.
different.
I feel like after like a while, when you like DJ long enough, like nothing's really weird anymore.
Mhm.
You're just
makes
like,
sense.
I accept
Oh, shoot.
everything that's happening anytime. So
Exactly.
yeah.
So I wanted to know. So, did you start like DJing or scratching first?
I started like scratching first, I would say. Like I would
Dope.
learn to mix and stuff, but I actually didn't really like jump fully into like clubs or like learning that part of DJing until like maybe like 4 years in already.
Oh,
damn.
what?
So
Dope.
yeah, so I did like, even though I did like radio and then like clubs here and there, like between those times, like reading crowds like was not my first like experience, you know.
Damn, I would have never guessed.
So, but I definitely wanted to like be a turntablist and like a battle DJ, and like be on the radio and like cut it up, like things like
Wait,
that.
So,
So-
if cutting was your first like, or being a tableist was your first like intro to the realm of DJing, what were your inspirations? Like, who did you see? Was there like certain ones that really stuck out for you?
You know, I lived over here, and the era that I grew up in didn't really have any like crazy like DJs. I think like as far as like iconic DJs that we have here, we have like Z Trip, Fashion, but that was like a little bit of the era before I started really like getting to hear them and things like that. So when I would listen to the homie Chris Villa.
Yeah.
Shout out Chris Villa. He
Shout
was
out
on
Chris.
the radio, and yeah, he would definitely cut it up on the radio for sure. And then the rest is like honestly like YouTube University. So, and then I would always watch like shorties, like I think it was like the coffee cuts, and then I've found like, I'm pretty sure like most turntablists that like are like YouTube University turntablists, like they'll see like 8-Tracks, Robot Rock Routine,
Oh yeah.
and then just
Iconic.
like Jazzy Jeffs, you know, Peter Piper and things like that are like quick to pop up on the screen. And then I like Tyra. I remember I found her one time, and her flow is just like
She's
ridiculously so good.
Mhm.
And then I also tried out Hubert's school for a little while,
Oh, you did?
what?
and that's when I really realized like how deep that scratching can really get, like, because it was like global, you know.
Yeah.
So I'd be like
I was a
watching
part
like
of that.
these French guys. Yeah, it's like crazy. There's like French dudes there. I remember I saw this guy. I can't remember his name, and I've actually been trying to find him for a long time. But yeah, the way he cut was just so good.
Ooh, I wonder who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah,
There was this guy
man.
Zeke who was a QSU valedictorian. So Zeke was one of them. He came from Australia. There's another guy from Seattle. Christina knows him, or Mixxtress knows him. Bo, Mr. Serdan, he was a QSU valedictorian.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I did a video for them back in 2012. It was so stupid. I was doing like a we'll scratch for food, like looking all homeless, and some lady legit gave me like food and shit. I was like, oh fuck, this was a joke. Yeah, dang, QSU, man, that's dope.
With,
Yeah.
Remember that.
with like, what is? How do I put into words? When you joined the school, did you feel like you exponentially got better?
Yeah, I did actually feel like I got better. But I mean, it takes practice, I would say, for everything.
True.
What was your
Yeah, like-
hardest scratch like to learn? It's like just to get down.
I mean, I feel like I don't really know like the super advanced cuts, honestly. But I remember
What was the hardest?
from like I sucked at open fader scratches. Like I couldn't do open fader scratches for shit. So like even though like simple like flares were like so cool to everybody, and those were like the first ones they would learn, like I really like could not even do like flare to save my life. Like trips were harder to me than like fast stabs.
I had that
or
same
like
issue.
like like a swing flare, it's like mostly closed, right, or things like that. For some reason 2 clicks were a little bit easier, but I don't know why. But
Man, I'm struggling with those. Those
So-
are hard.
They are really hard.
Mhm.
it's cool to like I just want to say it's cool to like actually say those things and like y'all understand what I'm talking
no,
about.
yeah.
Because like other times like I'll get asked about DJing and like turntablism, like I can't really talk about those things because they'll be like not really, they don't
Yeah.
really
They're
know.
not really about
So-
that craft.
I'm
They don't know.
struggling
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
So it's so cool. I'm like talking about it. I'm like, I can finally say it.
We're on like-minded people. Thank the Lord.
Welcome to the
Yeah.
Skratcher Podcast.
For real.
Yeah. Hey,
So-
real talk though, 1 clicks were a little bit harder to learn than the 2 click for some reason. Just that 1 click just kind of threw me off. 2 clicks a little bit
Yeah.
easier. I scratch hamster though, so for us, we kind of rely on the bounce. You know what I mean? And then, sorry, but I know for regular, it's like manual. You know what I mean? So you guys are more like buff and stuff. So
But
Did you ever cut regular?
I started regular actually.
Yeah,
For, like,
and
a
you
year.
just prefer hamster?
Yeah, it was like a joke at times. I was just like, oh, I could scratch hamster, just fuck around with my homies and shit. And then I was like, this is actually kind of cool. Kept fucking around with it, and then just end up sticking. Because I mean, even with the DJ Kubert DIY Volume 1 series back then, like you'd have to learn based on like his hand movement. So I just reversed it because he was all hamster. So it made more
nice.
sense too. Yeah. Crazy, huh?
It is
Yeah,
nuts.
that's so.
So with like you and scratching and whatnot and leading into it, I obviously you want the battle. And when did you decide that you were like, I'm gonna do this now? Because you said what, 4 or 5 years you didn't get really into club like DJing. So what compelled you to like, I'm gonna do the 3 style, I'm gonna do goldies and like attempt at a DMC or whatever have you not?
Well, Red Bull was already like about like maybe like 4 or 5 years into my DJing, the very 1st one, or maybe not. I gotta look at the date, but around then, I know for sure I was already like DJing like on the radio, so it had to be at least like 2 to 3 years into DJing. And then I decided to do it because I was like a bedroom DJ for like a year, and I was practicing. And the only gigs that I would do would be like to pop out at like my friend's like hookah lounge gig. And he'd be like, yeah, you can just hop on or whatever. And I'm like, cool. So yeah, about a year in. And then there was like this local battle that showed up that was like a Bud Light battle. And it was like, they never really did much other battles after that. But yeah, I decided to just jump in and do it. And that's how I got the radio gig. Because my friend now, Complex, is a music director, and that's how we met.
Oh, sick.
I didn't win, but it was cool.
hey,
No, you stuck your neck out there though.
I will say that
Hell
battle
yeah.
was hard because it was like every week we had to come up with like a new 15-minute set versus like
Every
just
week?
one. Yeah. So and it was like a month-long battle. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, so how-
And if you
How-
didn't, obviously if you passed, then you make a new one. But if not, then. But,
How would you mentally prep for that? Like in going into making a 3 style, well, for you, right? Like you would do every week if you made it. how mentally were you trying to prepare? Like, oh, okay, I did this already. What else do I have in my bag? Like, how did you go through that?
I mean, I honestly, it was so long ago. That was like my very first one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, that was not my very first one. There was one that I did that was strictly just turntablism, and it was at Cyphers, which was Actions and Tiger's event. That one was dope. And it was me versus one of our female DJs here in town named DJ Claire. I also didn't win that one.
You should.
Yep.
I stay doing stuff, but I literally always be like second or third or something. But no, that one was cool. That one was like definitely like very hip hop like based, you know. And then the one I was talking about, the Bud Light one, was like more like club set type. So it wasn't as like, it was still like doing technical stuff, and during that time it was like right before, you know, when people were starting to do like tone play, like things like that before it got like way too crazy. Yeah, so
that era is nuts.
But yeah, just prepping, I guess, just like it was since it was like a club battle, I just picked like a bunch of club stuff and like made it my own.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Because it does get, it does get emotionally and mentally exhausting every time you attempt to like compete, right? And for you in battling, like at the time, what would you do to like really calm yourself, like therapy, like calm yourself, or a ritual that would get you in the mode, or like have you sane? Because I'm not gonna lie, in battling, I would sometimes lose my shit. I'm like, fuck, I can't come up with anything. I'm competing in like a week. What do I do? Like, what is there anything that you would do to like take care of like your mental or your emotions within that time frame?
Honestly, I wish I could say something, but no, I had the worst anxiety. Like I would,
we're all the same.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like I would say up till like maybe a few years ago that I stopped being like where my anxiety would like take over to the max. Like now I can be nervous or anxious and I could still like flow good and keep my mind like straight. But before, hell no, like every single moment was like, yeah, very, very, yeah.
How many hours a day
sure.
did you practice?
Like starting out and stuff?
Yeah, like say you got your
know?
set down. Like how many hours would you put in a day just practicing?
I'd
for
say
that
like
battle?
4 to 8.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Did you have like a full-time job
Which was like
also with doing
well,
the battles?
At first, yeah, I did, and then after a while, I quit my job, and I kind of like told myself like because I quit my job, I have to use that time to like get better.
That's dope.
You know, that's like when I thought that it was all about like just being like the best. You know, obviously we know there's a game to DJing or being a DJ, right, in the industry, but during that time, I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna be the best. So
right, I love
so
that.
it's like, so it's like you're just constantly like trying to like be really.
You gotta believe it, right? You gotta believe you're the best. When you step on that stage, you have to. It's all a mental game.
Yeah.
So
that confidence for sure, it makes a huge difference.
So you were saying you got opportunities when you battle, right? Even if you got second or third, like opportunities would present itself. Did that lead you to like getting into the door into club, like more club opportunities?
Yeah, but just because radio, they would get I can't remember what it's called, but it's pretty much like they would get sponsors basically, and they would basically mix from the club live, and that's pretty much like what I would do, and that's how I started getting into it. And then yeah, that's about it. And then other times, like, you know, I was a newer DJ, so clubs just like tried to like pick like the new people, right? And they just like scoop them up. So that's really like for the first early parts of my.
Are you signed with an agency?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're all solo. So all the bookings and everything, you go through all the stress of the emails. That's insane.
No, yeah, it's cool. I mean, I would be open to an agency, and I've had, you know, agencies like do contracted work for everybody. But I'm not like, oh, I'm under this agency and you have to go through this agency to like book me. Nothing like that.
With all the clubs, like how do you manage like doing other gigs too? So like for instance, right? Like let's bring up was it the Suns? You DJed for the Suns, right?
Yeah, well, I DJ for Mercury, and then I do Suns and Valley Suns as a side.
So, like, with that being, like, you took it from Tableism, then you got the radio with Opportunity to the Club. How is it so different when you play for those types of events?
I love it. I feel like the games are like, they have structure to it, which I liked. So it kind of reminds me of like when I did play in radio. How there's like, hey, there's the breaks for this part of the show and there's this part of the show and things like that. But you also have to still read like how it's going, you know? So like, oh, we're losing, probably don't play like Celebration or something like that. Or something, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so.
But would you do the entire season or is it just like certain games?
Yeah, for pretty much the whole season. For Mercury, yes, like every single home game, and then for the other ones, I fill in. For Valley Suns, I did the whole season, but I would fill in for Suns mostly.
So walk us through a day of going through that. Like, do you have to check in at 8 a.m., set like sound check, then game starts, open doors, blasting music, do this for like what is a day like doing?
Inspekt is hype on your life.
I find it so interesting.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like I love hearing all this stuff. I love this. Keep telling us. Go.
No, I mean, yeah, that's. Well, I appreciate the hype. So I throw that out there.
I'm sorry if I'm cutting anyone off. You guys, I'm so sorry.
No, it's good. You're just steering the wheel.
It's awesome. No, we show up. So we show up a few hours earlier because we have rehearsals for the dancers, and then if we have other acts like halftime or anything. And then unless it's a special event, like for example, like this Saturday we have home opener. We will have rehearsals the day before, and then also the day of. And then so basically we just show up, and then they send me all the music for like the special acts, like the dancers, halftime, things like that. And then we have a meeting. We go through all that. We have a meeting, and then we open the doors, and then I'm playing. And then the players come out, and I'm playing for the players. And then they leave, and then I play for the crowd again. And then the main warm-ups come up when the players come out. And then I play for them there, and then it's game time.
Is there like
throughout the whole game?
Is there like a like specific thing that normally teams have for like songs? Like, okay, this is all they do. So what are the songs for each team that you've DJed for?
Well, I've only DJed for our teams here in Arizona, but wait, do you mean like like what?
Like their song, like play this song, this is our song.
Like the players or the actual like?
No, the actual team, like the actual team.
We have like intro tracks, but those are like custom made.
Like, really?
They're usually like custom made so that we can continuously use it throughout the season. And then as far as players, like sometimes they'll just like tell us like, this is our song right now, play this. You know.
What is there like a difference between like players when they ask you, right? Like say, let's take a controversial, not like us, Kendrick, right?
Yeah.
Are you like able to play that kind of stuff in like a room full of like different types of people and ages?
Yes, but everything has to be clean, like super, super clean.
So they're not based on content, just as long as there's no swearing.
Yeah, unless it's like really bad, then yeah, we can't play that. But
like,
would you play Toot In and Boot It though?
Here we go.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I have for Mercury at like warm-ups, but like the clean version.
Yeah, for sure. I played it at a grad party. And I was like, what was I thinking?
I love that song.
Yeah, no, I did too. That's why.
Yeah, that song hits though.
Dope.
Yeah, I don't mix it like that anymore. It's like that's all old song and shit.
Hey man, the old songs still work till this day.
Yeah,
they
really do.
They
even get the most reactions
especially,
sometimes.
Actually.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, I got a question.
Oh, go.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna cut you off now. So, being a female DJ, like, what's your experiences? Like, have you ran into like dudes like hating on you, or I don't know, just because I experienced stuff like that. I just want to know your experience and like how you deal with it, all that stuff.
No, for sure. Like, For me, like, it's kind of like both positive and negative. Like, for example, like if I'm carrying like my heavy, like if I'm having like a hard case controller and I'm carrying that to my gig, most likely they'll offer to help me. And I'm like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
You know, but they probably wouldn't help my homie that's like 6'5" with like muscles, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, shit, this shit's heavy for me too. So, but yeah, so that's a positive. But I would say like some kind of like weird off stuff is that, I mean, honestly, they really can't say anything besides like, oh, for a girl, or she's good like this for a girl or something.
Like,
but
do you find like they have egos? Like, let's say you're booked with another dude, like, do they be acting weird towards you? Like,
sometimes yes, sometimes no. It depends.
Okay.
Like,
it depends on who it is.
Yeah, it depends what kind of person they are. You know, I feel like we all know in the DJ world, like there's like a DJ ego thing, and that's definitely something that I like learned about before I even jumped in. And then experiencing is different, right? So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like after a certain amount of years, like I'm like, okay, well, I have like the confidence, like to be like, I don't really care, like what you think, because I'm most likely a better DJ than you. Like, not to be like. Not to make it sound like an asshole.
You got the credentials.
You do need that confidence.
Yeah, you do.
If you don't, then they will try to, like, you know.
Yep.
So
totally.
Have you ever checked someone?
Yeah, but you mean like in what way?
No, just like, you know, like someone's trying to like
someone's like trying to like adjust your volume or you know, get on your mixer while you're playing or something. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, you know, like trying to little sister you kind of thing.
You know
like,
what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, sometimes if they do, but then I'll just be like, bro, you're like hella redlining right now or something. But no, usually it'll be like out of love or something, nothing crazy. Luckily, at least not yet.
Who would check you? That's crazy. That's nuts. Like little sister you, and then be like, you know who I am? Huh? You know who I am? I'm just kidding. With all like the trials and like with positives and negatives to you, not saying you're being a girl, but in reality it's about that, right? Like there's a lot of positives. Like do you feel that guys would hate because you got the gig because you're a girl? Is that like
I don't know, it depends. I think it just depends on where they're at, you know? Like for example, like if they feel like they're not like getting booked enough, then maybe they'll feel a type of way. But mostly if I'm being booked as a girl, it's because it's like that's like the theme of the night.
It like fits the night.
Yeah, I'm not really like, obviously I'm not very like hyper femme like female DJ, which I'm not hating on, by the way. Like I'm like very supportive of that. Like if you got it, you know, on it. So, but if it's like if I'm booked for a theme or something, it's usually like that. Like for example, the Mothership Festival, that's what it was called, the Mothership Festival. So a majority of it was women, and Brandy Carlisle, she would specifically requested for female DJs. So but the guy that booked us was one of the DJs last year, but he also does like AV and things. Oh, shout out Joe, DJ Soulman. He watches
shout
it. Yeah. But shout out to him. So yeah, and he was just like open about it, to being like, hey, you know, I got your info from Action. Like, you want to come throw it down? It's gonna be like all female, so it's pretty dope. I like that. I think that it's cool when there's a line to it, right? Because there's a line when they're like completely using the concept of it versus like being like, these girls are empowering, dope and they can have shine. Yeah. So I guess it just depends on that. I don't think I've ever really received much hate. I think the most that they can think of is like just basically that, like, oh, she probably got booked because she's a girl, and that's it. You know, so
does that
doesn't really offend me, because I'm like, well, I did get booked, so what are you gonna do? So,
I'm getting paid.
I was like, well, what do you want to do about it?
Like so, with a lot of the theme parties, like have you done different types of theme parties? Do you like that over like club gigs, like open format gigs?
It depends. Like my homies here, they throw like I don't even know if I would call it a theme party, but it would be like different genres of music, right? Like a Roosevelt John here, like it's centered around like They say they're open, so I don't really want to like put a label on them. I would say I do hear a lot of like future sounds, right? Like music like that. And then also like baile funk and things. But I'll also hear like some pretty popular music too, or like remixes and edits. They play a lot of that. And then my homie Chris, he does Tios and Tias, which is like a lot of like timeless throwback music. And
I see a lot
much,
of that
like,
post on
generic.
Instagram.
It's a dope backyard vibe, man.
Yes.
I want to go.
So I do enjoy that. Yeah, it's a ton of fun. Yeah, I love it.
Nikki, let's go.
So yeah, I do enjoy playing those parties. I will say I don't think I like it when it's like I don't think I could survive if somebody was like, oh, play like the best like 4-hour like completely just pop. Like I'm not. I like to jump around like genres.
Oh yeah, you get ear fatigue with one specific genre.
Yeah, like maybe like 2 hours, but 4 hours would be pretty long. I get sometimes 4 hours just feels long. Sometimes, anyways. But
it is, man.
But yeah,
it's a marathon.
Yeah, that's what you gotta remember. It's a marathon for sure.
Hey, Javin, wanted to ask you, like outside of all this DJing shit, like music wise, like what's your jam? What would you listen to in traffic?
I usually, honestly, to this day, I still like to listen to DJ mixes, which is funny because that's what I always listened to. Like back when I first started, like going to work and then at work too, I'd be like, I'm listening to these DJs, they're so cool. But yeah, DJ mixes, like I'll listen to like if they just played like a festival or something, I'll check out their tracks. Other than that, I'll probably listen to like maybe like more softer stuff. Then I'll also listen to newer stuff too, just to be like hip,
and updated.
to be hip and make sure that I'm still up to date when someone requests a song. I'm like, I definitely know that.
All these young cats and their new hip lingo. God,
yeah. So it definitely jumps. And then when I'm hanging out, like I'm in a relationship right now, and my partner likes to listen to like Green Day, and then sometimes we listen to like Bone Thugs for like the whole ride. So it just depends. But I'm pretty open to like what I like to listen to. I honestly wish I was like super into country, because I feel like there's like a world out there about it I don't know about.
There is, man, and I don't know nothing
but
about it.
I still haven't like dedicated myself to like jump into it, because I'm like, I don't know. Next time you guys see me, I'm all wearing like a cowboy hat.
Yo, we're doing like rodeo events and
Hey,
stuff
y'all.
like that.
Thanks for having me back. Like completely different.
Doing one of those, dude. Come back on the pod.
That'd be tight.
Wearing a cowboy hat.
Hell yeah.
We see Javin at Nan with cowboy boots, bro.
Wait, so what is your like? You listening to DJ mixes? If you can pick 3 as of right now, doesn't have to be all time. 3 songs right now is your top songs right now. It's on.
Oh, songs?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's still hard. I like that song Groovin'. I don't know why. I actually don't play it too often, but I like it. I can't remember who it's by, but I can show you guys after.
Sick. Okay.
I think it's like Jazz Groovin' by Jazz or something like that. And then I also like I Will Forever Like 100% Pure Love. I don't know why. I just
Crystal
my
Waters.
Jam. And I feel like they're all kind of like in the similar range actually. And then a new song. I guess I'll pick a hip hop song that I play in the club that I like. And I do like that Glorilla song. The one samples. I like the one that samples Wipe Me Down.
Oh, What You Know?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from Memphis. What you know about?
Yeah, that
What
was.
song? Yeah, that was tight. What song do you hate that goes hard in the club right now? That you just like, man, I gotta play it, but I hate
that
it.
I don't like?
And it goes hard. Like everyone goes crazy over it, but you hate playing it. But you know that it's gonna get him going.
It's okay. We probably hate it too. It's okay. We probably hate it too.
I don't know any like super new ones, but there are some like I definitely want to hear your list for sure.
You go first.
For me, it's like older stuff. For me, it's like older stuff that I'm like tired of playing, and then like some songs that I just like never liked. Like for example, like even though I still play it sometimes, like Get Low by Lil Jon.
Okay.
Like I'd rather
Got it.
prefer not to play that, and I try not to. But for
I feel you.
sometimes I'll still get requested. Also, I never really liked Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmares, and that's like
Okay.
people still request that to this day, and I don't understand why.
Got it.
I mean, I do understand because they're probably like from there, and that's what they grew up on.
It's a really fratty song too.
Yeah, and then I don't like This Is How You Do It, but I still play it sometimes.
Montel Jordan.
Yeah, like
How
I
about a
didn't
new
like
one?
it anymore, and it
Like
comes
a new
back.
song now. How about a new song? You got to pick a new song that you hate.
Okay, I would say luckily, like it's the time has already passed, but when Carnival was like in like a trendy phase, I
Oh
didn't like that.
You don't like Carnival?
It was like a little too.
Go.
Yeah, it
go.
will- Yeah,
Oh,
but when you're in the
that's
club,
sad.
I'm like, okay, like after a little while, I'm like, all right, let's move it on, you know. So,
Mm.
what about you guys? What's your list?
And I'm tired of
It-
Nokia.
I'm
Tired of it.
I feel like
I know.
that did get played a lot, so
It
I'm
gets-
pretty sure it'll
it gets-
exit soon.
I leave it to the other DJs to play because I know it's gonna get played. I'm just like, I'll let you shine on it. Go for it.
I do. I be doing that too. That's good.
Yeah, like I'll let you play that.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm
I'll play
good,
something
yo.
else.
You can do that.
Chris loves it, man.
I love. I just like Drake. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I still like the song, but it's definitely gonna be exiting soon because it's just got played so
It's
much
played.
that.
It was like "Boys a Liar"
It'll be
by
out.
Ice Spice and Pink Panthers. That came.
Yeah, that
when?
Yeah, that was pretty fast too. You can still get away. At least me, I still play it sometimes, but definitely like not like a prime time crazy stuff. But yeah, that's just my
Cool.
experience.
How do you set up your crates? Like in your laptop? Like what's your thought process when like getting ready for a gig? Like do you make a specific crate for that night? Or do you just go off whatever you have?
I'm actually like extremely disorganized. Like I've tried very, very many times in my years
You
of
are?
DJing too. Yes, like I'm like most of the time you'll probably see me like typing and searching for the song or something versus like just, and if I do stay in a playlist, it'll be like for like maybe like 5 songs, and then I have to like find something. Even my crates are to the point right now. That reminds me I have to clean it. But then
How
I
do you
tell myself
organize
that
it?
every time I open the Serato, and I still don't.
You know, is it just
So I
dumped in
did-
like one crate, or is it? Do you have like at least some crates that are?
No, yeah, I have a shit ton of crates, but they're all like, there'll be like one that says like crate 11, and it's like 2 songs in there, and I'm like, when did I do this? You know? So
Dope.
I'll have like stuff like that. And then, but for the main ones, like I'll have like, since I regularly do like nightlife, I'll have like a club one.
Okay.
But I still separate it, like, so there'll be like Latin, but it's just Latin.
Mhm.
And I'll just like throw it in there sometimes. And if I know for sure that the club I'm playing at is not gonna need me, I just take it out of there. Like I'll like boop, just squeeze it
got
out,
it,
and
okay.
the rest will still be there.
Dope.
And then I play like a hip hop night at this place here called Valley Bar, like twice a month on Saturdays. But it's like newer hip hop,
Mhm.
so I have like a pretty heavy like club hip hop crate for that. And then otherwise, if it's like a very brand new gig, and they like did tell me in advance like this is exactly what I want,
Mhm.
then I will prepare like something within that. But otherwise, I feel like I just kind of like, I just kind of go off of
you know
like
your
how I
stuff
feel.
already.
Yeah, like I'm like cool. It's like my computer. You know, I've been with it for a while, so.
It's been years. I know like the back of my hand.
Yeah, but I definitely wish, I would say organization would be a nice plus if I had that. Are you pretty organized with your crates?
Yeah, I am. I'm.
Nice, I love
Yeah.
that. That's amazing.
Like I got it by year.
That's
I got like the club hits, and then it's organized by year. And
by
then-
year. That's great.
Yeah, then I got the Latin one that's by year. Yeah, I do everything by year, just because so I know, I don't know.
Dang, that's awesome.
That's
But it took me hella long.
That is amazing.
It's-
For me, like when people are like, okay, play like some songs from like the 90s, and I'm like going off of once my mind runs out of it, I'm like, whew, We
Go
gotta
to the fail safe. Bring them out.
We gotta-
No hands. No, I think it's tight. I think everyone should take note of being organized because
For sure.
you put a lot of time into like these crates, right? And at the end of the day, it helps the thought process because you get stuck a lot of the times when you do long sets, right? So I'm very envious because mine is just like, okay, this is club, this is R&B, top 40. It's not even separated into like, it's literally.
That's pretty much how mine is as well. Yeah.
So like I
You
envy
keep
people,
your
dude.
crates clean. Like, I'm curious who of the people who do have clean crates, like how do they think to organize it? I seen one person, like the cleanest I've ever seen, but he had them based on genre and then BPM so that he could just like
That's crazy.
DJ drunk. So he'd be like, okay, I know that if I'm in this BPM, whatever I play in here will go together. And if I fucked up, that sounds good.
Nice.
And I was like, that is
Make a
fucking
drug
brilliant. But I
folder.
want to know what everybody does.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I'm like
amazing
you, I just
strategy.
like I don't play out, but like my crates are a hot mess. Like they're non-existent. They might as well just all be gone. Like
It's just like
I got
the same
mad
crate,
anxiety.
but like different crates.
Yeah.
Searching.
yeah, right. You would think
Yeah.
if you have mad anxiety, that having clean crates would make sense.
No, so what helped me was like, say for instance, you had songs you would normally play in a night. I wouldn't be organized, but I would listen to you. You will obviously listen to these songs when you download them and whatnot. On the notes section, I would type in 50 Cent. So when I type in 50 Cent, it would not just pop up just 50 Cent songs. It'll pop up songs that can go good with it. So that would help me a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Nice tip. Oh,
That is
Interesting.
a little.
What
Right.
other people do.
That's
Yeah.
a sick way to do it, man.
For
Hey.
so yeah, because I've been so messy over the years with my crates and stuff. I've literally like searched like Matsu came out. I think it was like during COVID or after COVID with like an organization like sheet and everything, and I still couldn't like fully do it. But I will say that I'm on a Mighty Moves Patreon. And I noticed that he does hashtags on his comment section. That's he pretty much like shipped it out. So honestly, that has saved my ass a few times. And I'm like, thanks, Mighty Moves. Shout out, Mighty Moves.
Shout out Mighty Moves.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I've been muted for a long time because my house has been really noisy. I've had so many questions, but I
Here's somebody
couldn't
washing
ask them. It's
dishes.
It's my dad eating beside me. Earlier, it was my daughter doing dishes. My bird is going off, and I'm like, question. I have a question. Fuck. Anyways, on the topic of DJing, since we're talking about like that stuff, what is your favorite piece of gear right now?
Honestly, I play mostly on pretty much like the Rev 7 and my personal controller, which is an SRT 1000. And then at the arena, I play on the new SRT 1000, which is like the Flex, I think it's like Flex 10.
Flex 10, yeah.
Yeah. I would say controller wise, that's one actually is my favorite. Like that one and the Rev 7. But the Rev 7 be giving me bugs, and I don't know why.
I hate
Like,
my
so
Rev 7
sometimes, yeah, like once in a while it will, but I would say that I'm most comfortable playing on it. Like, just it feels the best. But the Flex 10, I would say, like, if it was an all-around, like, I'm just going out to, like, a mobile gig and then, like, a club gig or something else, like, I would definitely, like, I mess with that one the most, for sure. Like, if I had that one, that would be the next one I would pick. I'm actually curious to what the next, like, Pioneer, like, mixer is gonna be, right? The next, like, battle mixer for them. Because what's the latest one, like, 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What
11.
do you think it's gonna be? Who has the T? Who has the secrets?
I ain't got
Ray,
shit.
Ray has
Nah,
it.
I don't really. Nah, I don't know nothing about like what they got going on. I was there when they were like showing kind of massive as is, but I was saying like, dude, that would have been sick because you know for like turntables we could use that instead of turntables and do performances with that and shit.
For sure. Like, what I actually noticed from this last trip, because this is my first time having to bring my equipment, which was crazy because that just gave me anxiety. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, is it gonna survive? Or like, when I open it up, it's gonna be like Lego pieces, you know? Like, that was like a fear of mine.
Yeah.
I took my SRT 1000 And I was like, oh, I'm gonna carry it on, but it's above the, the carry-on size.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I like stuffed it in my luggage bag, like either
did the
that or
same
hard
shit.
case. But I did not. Yeah, I like stuffed it in there and I like
got the
toweled
same
it and like
one.
bubble
Sorry.
wrapped it.
So
It was crazy, and it survived. But then it made me think, like, how come Pioneer hasn't made one that's like just the exact size for you to be able to like carry it on, but
Mhm.
still like just as powerful as like a little bit bigger one? Because it's not that much bigger. It's like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But with
I
like
just
bigger
bought
platters and then just a little bit smaller of a middle part.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Now that's a
That
good
would be
point,
dope.
man. I just wonder if they can even make it that much smaller. Because I mean, even the smaller ones that they're making, I think the latest one's the FLX2.
Mhm.
That one is like,
Okay.
it still kind of seems like a beginner one though, because you're limited on the features, right? Because what
Yeah.
the Rev 7 is basically like a S9 or S7 with CDJs. Well, that's the Rev 5, but with moving platters.
Mhm.
But man, if they did it smaller, I feel like, what if it's like heavy as hell though? You know what I mean? It still sucks because it's like
Yeah, because like the
a
motor.
bunch of there's a lot of components like put under there too, so it's
That's
probably a
true.
space thing. Damn.
Yeah, because it would be cool to have like a slightly bigger platter and a smaller middle part, at least for
Mhm.
like tablets or something, right? Or like, no, even then, even now, like I feel like the effects button on the Pioneer, you can just twist it versus like a shit ton of buttons. So
Mhm.
Do you like
I don't know.
that effect selector like on the 900 over like the S9 with the toggles?
I don't know. It's kind of like the same for me. It's all right. Yeah, I'm not too picky. I think the only thing that I wish was different was like, I wish that I could like put one effect on one side and one effect on the other side without it like being weird, you know?
Oh,
But I know Serato does that feature if you're just doing like the regular effects, but that's about it.
word.
As a tableist first, do you still like the controller over turntables, or do you still like playing on turntables?
I
Like when you're
still like playing on turntables. But I do use fades. I don't use needles anymore. Yeah. So we were pretty fortunate because at my Friday spot, it's called Cobra and High Score. Before one of the DJs messed up the mixer, we did have a table set up for both sides, or one side for sure, Cobra. And I loved that. I loved it because it just felt good, you know. It felt like you were playing fully. You could fully play. So that's why I like the Rev 7 because it's like just a little bit under that, you know.
Yeah.
But then everything else feels like CDJs and 900 smaller.
So when you travel, I know you just mentioned like you had to bring your equipment, your controller, but when you travel, normally you have like a rider that you're like, I want this.
Yeah, but nothing crazy. Like,
What is the craziest thing you wrote on your rider? Like, dude, I want
No,
six
no.
tube socks.
But like,
no, but I did want to
Vanilla
plan
latte.
like in the future for my next one, like just ask for like a single thing, you know. Like I don't know, like I want one Capri Sun Pacific cooler
That's
that looks
crazy.
exactly like this or something like that, you know? Like just
yeah.
something ridiculous like that.
I want
You gotta do
M&Ms,
it
but just
real.
the green ones.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. Something-
That's so much-
like
Pick
I
every green
definitely
one
would
out.
think about doing some shit like that, but
They probably went out their way to be like, hey, can you like have someone's little brother go and like go through bags and stuff and just pick them manually?
and then I want it resealed, like
Oh my
Oh my god, that tops it off as Rayted-R. Holy shit!
resealed.
That's terrible.
but yeah, that would be like it's pretty crazy.
I wish that evil upon nobody.
But no, I haven't had anything crazy. I mean, most of the time they have to ask you what you want to play on, or like they'll
Mhm.
ask you the options, and then just what you want to drink or something.
Do
about it.
you drink a lot when you DJ?
I used to. Now I don't. I barely do. And if I do, it'll be like at the end of the night. Like maybe like I'll have like one or two. Unless I'm like just feeling like feral or something, I'm like, let's go. But most of the time, like I won't. Like I DJ sober for like hours and hours. And it's fine for me.
Be honest. Do you
Feral, I'm
think
gonna
you
use that.
do you think you DJ better drunk or sober?
You know, I used to think I DJ'd better drunk until one time my friend said, "You don't DJ better drunk, dude. That's a myth. Like people DJ better sober." And then after that, I
That's a good
really
friend.
started to see, yeah,
That
if
is
we
a good
really
friend.
did.
For real,
And,
man.
Yeah, definitely DJ better when I'm sober. How about you guys?
Nah, man, I don't drink no more.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I
It feels
can't.
different.
I used
Did
to.
Feels
we all
different
hear
the
that
next
and
day.
wonder if it was true?
I mean, no, I still drink, but like when I DJ though, I try to stay sober so I know what I'm doing. Because when I get buzzed, like I kind of don't give a fuck no more. I'm just like, you're gonna listen to this and like
That
it.
part.
Fuck you. Like that's
For
how I
sure.
am. Like I'm gonna play some weird shit right now. You're gonna like it. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Just
I
let it
totally
happen.
get that.
Something like that happened to me. I didn't get kicked off.
He like
but,
comes on and he's like,
Yeah. I got drunk and then I was like trying to juggle and shit, and I was hella off, and yeah, I think I like blacked out. And yeah,
Oh, shit. Wait, I didn't-
"Dang, yo."
yeah, like I was really trying to juggle, dog, and I was like, I think I like missed it hella. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I had that talk too. I think I drank like half a bottle of Jameson.
Bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there too. Yeah,
It's
but
crazy.
look,
Think about it.
Oh, go. Sorry.
no, I drank like too many shots. I used to work over in Old Town, and you know, well, that place is like known for being like heavy drinkers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I used to drink a lot when I DJ'd there, but there was a time where I just took like so many shots back to back, and I was like luckily we have a group DJ chat of like all the DJs that we work with, because I was like, yo, I need someone here ASAP. I'm out. And they had to carry me. My homies had to carry me out.
That's
Yeah, this was like, yeah, I mean,
well. Shout out to your
Definitely
homies for
not
actually taking the
Yes.
time to carry you out, because we have some friends that like
Yeah.
would leave you to die.
no.
I think we all been
Well,
there
it's-
before,
it-
though.
Yeah.
It sucks because with me, I don't drink, so I'm very boring. So I don't have all these cool stories to tell. Like, so I like listening to like, you guys had the courage to do what? Because I get anxiety. That's why I don't ever drink. So I have like mad anxiety. So I need to stay locked into the room. I need to know what I'm doing. But because once I touch any drink, I fall asleep. Like even one beer or two, I'm like,
They're like, yo, he's tired. He's been up, huh? He's like, he just had one beer, guys.
I'm a cheap drunk. So when you, as your career has progressed, you know, you've done these theme parties, you've done stuff like the teams, the sports teams, you've battled, like, for the community, right? Like, have you DJ'd for the LGBTQ community also?
Yeah. I just did Pride last
Nice.
year. And I do like smaller community events. Like my friend works for school with children with autism that are on the autism spectrum. So I DJ'd their prom. That was a lot of fun.
Nice.
And then I DJ, yeah, just things like that. And then luckily, like, I'm fortunate to work with like some organizations that do like charity work too. And then I just get like picked for it, and I think that's cool.
That's dope.
But yeah, there are like a lot of LGBTQ fundraisers that happen, so it's like it's pretty good to be able to like that there's options, you know, that's actually like actively happening.
So-
would I do it more? Yeah, I probably should do it more. Yeah.
What is like okay, you know when you do a club night, right? Like there's certain songs that unlock the room and unite the people, right? And everyone goes, whatever, start screaming because they're drunk and singing whatever. Is there like certain songs for the community, like three songs, right, off the top of your head that you would play that you know would unite that room?
Like gays?
Yeah.
It depends what kind of gays. I would say like the mass. Obviously, Lady Gaga's "Born This Way" is pretty gay.
Nice.
Like a positive, you know.
Yeah.
So
Do you do like older stuff like Shania Twain?
yeah, this past gig I did, yes. And when I say like mass, that's what I mean. Like they appreciate songs that like pretty much everyone will appreciate, or the mass population will like appreciate and like sing along to. So yeah, this last gig I did that, and I played like I mean, like, I played like Since You've Been Gone, Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, that's
You know what I
that's
mean?
even in
Like-
straight rooms. Everyone's singing that. What do you mean?
Yeah, so, but yeah, exactly. That one. But queer anthems, I played, I mean, right now for like the younger, well, I don't know if it's just younger people, but the new, like, queer anthem, well, queer icons would be like Chappell Roan.
Oh,
like,
yes.
She's like an icon right now.
H-O-T-T. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I actually like was not a fan of that song. It had to really grow on me.
Mhm.
But that one for sure. And then classics. I mean, I really don't ever really get to play it, but Robin's Dancing by Myself is a classic one.
That is
It's, like,
such a
for
good
queer
song
community.
overall, though.
I love that song.
Exactly. Yeah, that sounds really good.
Okay.
I don't know what else, but yeah.
On a personal level, curious, did like your queerness ever feel like a barrier, a boundary in your career? Also, second question, like, I'm curious, like how that was with your family, and also coming out to your family as a DJ
Ooh.
instead of being like a professional. Like, were they
Oh,
expecting
double
you to be a
edged
nurse?
sword.
So the first one was barriers. Yeah, I would say at first it was, and still sometimes, just because. Well, I don't think it's so much that I'm queer, but that I'm mass presenting,
Mhm.
like a mass presenting queer female.
That's real.
But sometimes it's also a positive, because if they're like looking for like that diversity, you know. So it just depends, but that has always
If you,
been
you
like
check
a little
box
bit.
for them, then it's
Yeah.
to your benefit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they'll be like that. But yeah, it has definitely been a barrier in that sense. Like, there's been so many times where like they're like, we want a female DJ, and like my homie will like reach out to me, but in my head I'm like, I know what kind of female DJ that they're requesting, you know. So then I show up and they're like confused. They're like, oh,
Now we wanted a femme DJ.
Yeah,
Specify.
like-
I hate that, man.
Yeah,
That-
so I'm
that
like,
shouldn't matter.
they gotta know it for next time.
Yeah.
They gotta request it. But
That's real. That's annoying. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
yeah, as far as things like that, I guess that would be like really the only barrier about
Mhm.
it. And then yeah, I think that's the only thing. And I feel like now it's definitely getting less and less over the years. Just depends on what part of the scene you're in, I think.
Well, I feel like you have like quite the resume that people wouldn't even look at you anymore and just be like, Javin's dope.
Thank you.
We're putting Javin on.
Mhm.
Thank you.
I agree.
Well, I definitely have a different view of the industry, but but I really appreciate that.
I mean, I would
Um,
think, but yeah, industry is
yeah.
completely different from what we
It's
think.
yeah, it's definitely like I feel like my I feel like social skills is really where it's at. For just that's a whole nother conversation though. But and then with the DJing and the coming out, both were not good for my family. It was tough for both. So
Mhm.
honestly, that's probably the most I can get into that one, if that's
Yeah.
okay with
Mm.
you
That's
No,
guys.
that's
totally
fine, totally fine.
okay.
Yeah,
That's-
now
feel
it's
you.
better. Yeah, now it's a lot better. But you know, coming out during that time and
I
through
mean,
the
our
years, it
parents
was
ever,
tough.
yeah, for real. I'm curious if parents are ever hype about it. We're gonna be a DJ. Like, no,
Oh.
you're not.
Yeah,
Oh man, I had a hard.
they're like
time.
nurse.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like like right now, right? There's a lot that is being accepted with like the community and whatnot. Back then, right? Did you ever have to feel like you had to hide it?
No, but I didn't make it like my whole identity as a DJ, just because
tight.
it's already like so far off, because there's like a lot less female DJs already,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, dang, now you're queer and you're a female DJ, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Which on the other side, again, it could be like very positive, but I just wanted to like be known for my DJing. Like if I had a choice today, I would make it back to where like you can't even see the DJ again. Like people would tell me, they'll be like, oh, you used to
I
be
agree.
there back in the day. DJs used to be like up in the corner, you couldn't even
Mhm.
see him, and people would just be dancing.
Mhm.
Like I would take that over like looking like
100%.
having to like look at them.
100%.
You know, there are pros to it because you're so close to them. You like feel them so much easier than like watching them from afar. But like at the same time, like if I'm on like my third gig of the day, I'm probably not gonna be like as lively as like the music is sounding, you know?
Yeah.
So they're like they're like having fun, but then they look at me and I'm like, you know. So
Oh no. So you've seen the change within the many years you've been DJing and all the scenes you've been in. You've seen the change from how not accepting to how it is accepting now. Like, is that clear as day? Was it a slow change? Was it like, as your career progressed, did your image change along with that?
Like being queer?
Yes.
Or...
Like were you more open about it? Like, did you like dive more into it?
I was always pretty open. By the time I started DJing, I was already like in the scene, I guess, in that sense of. I know, who's that?
That's Buttons. Sorry, y'all.
Do you guys want to see mine?
Oh, you got one too? Hold up.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's naked.
Oh,
Sorry, he just I just woke him
my
up.
cat inverted and
Wait,
naked.
I'm gonna get mine too. Hold on.
Inverted? Hold up.
What? You have a cat, bro?
That's a dope cat.
Should we get our dogs?
I hear this. What
Oh
is
my
that?
god.
Oh, you guys
Relax.
got
It's my cat.
That's dope. What's your cat's
That's
name?
cute. Yeah, what's your cat's name?
Mine, Smeagol.
Cute.
It's very fitting.
I love it.
What's your cat's name again?
This is Buttons. I have another one. He's a
Buttons.
Leo, and he is a scaredy cat.
Aww.
Aww.
It's always one of them. One of them's like super friendly, and the other one's scared.
Yeah, this guy's so outgoing. He wants to get in every fucking thing.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Random. But for naked cats, are they hypoallergenic?
No.
Oh what?
Do they
Really?
smell? Someone says they smell.
They smell like their oils.
Do you put coconut oil on them? Like lotion? Or some type
not.
of moisturizer?
I would try coconut. Yeah, some kind of moisturizer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
How old
after you
is-
clean him, then you could put it on him. But I mean, honestly, he'd just be licking it off.
How old
Like-
is your cat? He's so
How old
cute.
is He's like 8 now.
Oh,
My
Yeah.
cat's 8.
He's
We have
getting
so
up
much
there.
in common.
So, I know you said you started with cutting and tablism. You've gone so far in your career. Like, what is your trajectory with your career now? Like, where do you want to go moving
Great question.
forward?
Yes.
You know, I've been trying to think of that for like the last few years. Honestly, like after COVID happened, I had to really like rethink like my path
Mhm.
on like both positive and like kind of like survival wise, I guess.
Mhm.
And it's just so tough because even like, you know, even picking a DJ name, I never really picked a DJ name. And then even picking like a lane in DJing, like I never really picked like one lane.
Mhm.
So it's very tough because I have a lot of fun like doing my own thing in the sense of like the events, like how what I told you about my friends, how it's a little bit different than the generic. And so a part of me like wishes or wants to like focus on that and start building some kind of like basically like some kind of like, I don't know what you would call it, like a little lane towards that. But
Yeah.
then the other part of me is like, oh, I could like go really deep into like corporate and like, you know, like really like tap into that market and try to figure out that market. You know, which I have a lot of homies that do, and they do both like, you know, sports games and like a lot of corporate gigs, and they tell me they're like extremely happy. It's just tough because I can't just DJ for like money. I always have to like enjoy it because otherwise like, and that's like the biggest reason like why I joined is because I feel like it's like never ending. And that I just found like something that I enjoyed like every time I did it. So right now, honestly, like I wish I had like a more like an answer to that, but I really don't. And I'm trying to find that. I'm in that place right now where I'm trying to find it. So sorry.
No.
I don't
Great
have-
answer still.
That was
Still a
legit.
great answer.
Yeah.
Still real.
With your career, though, I mean, you've done so many gigs, Javin. Like, what would you say is like a highlight?
A highlight has been, well, recently I did last year's, well, first the sports DJing just came out of nowhere. And that was like a real blessing for me because, again, it came like a little bit right after COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like extremely lost during that time. So that was really cool. And last year I DJ'd the WNBA All-Star here in Phoenix, and that was a big highlight. And then what else? Honestly, DJing for like a major corporation, like, oh, that sounds so shitty. I don't know why it sounds shitty to say word, but
It's not.
like I did like an event for like Pepsi, and that was like super dope, you know. And I was like, wow, it's so pretty. Or
That's
like,
cool.
Damn,
wow,
Pepsi,
they're
that's huge.
Hell yeah.
you know.
Pepsi's dope.
I'm a big dope bitch. But that was cool.
I'm more of a
Another
Coke girl, though.
highlight.
Just kidding.
Some highlights have been like being able to like experience other DJs and also DJing in different cities.
Mhm.
I really, really love that. Like experiencing like different, even though like sometimes I'm not DJing, like just being able to be a DJ and also like be like, wow, you know, like there's so many, like I said earlier, like it's just never ending to like the amount of talent and
Mhm.
experiences. So those I like. Those are just top of my head. I feel like if I really thought about it, I would be able to think some more. But I DJ'd for. I mean, it's kind of like. We'll not talk about that.
Never.
Okay.
Okay.
It just depends, yeah, because it depends. Like, it's not like I'm not really like very political or anything, but obviously during that time it was like extremely political. But like last year I DJ'd for Kamala, and that was pretty cool. Like,
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was so sick.
That's pretty
sick.
cool.
Yeah, but like it's not. Even though it's like, you know, political thing, it's like it's still
Still,
cool.
it's
to do
cool
that for,
gigs
like,
though. That's really cool.
yeah.
Yeah, see, with all these accolades, like that you're just saying, it's amazing. It's like we would never have really known about it.
No.
When did you feel like you have made it though? Like, do you still feel like you still working at making it, or did you like make it?
I don't really know what. I definitely don't feel like I made it.
You don't feel that at all with all this accolades? You, not at all.
I mean, there are moments where I'm like, wow, I can't believe I experienced that. Or like, holy shit, like we really did that shit, you know? Like if you're working with like a team and you're like the DJ, like I'm pretty sure like, you know, when DJs are like part of bands and stuff, I'm pretty sure they probably feel like that. Or like if like DJs are like at giant concerts or something, like they probably feel like that moment, you know, they're like, holy shit, I just DJ'd to like fucking 32,000 people. Like I really did that shit. But no, I don't. I think that's just like a moment more so than I think just feeling good about an experience. Yeah, I don't really think I've experienced like that moment lasts as a moment and not so much.
I think
like
I think it's still a hunger in
title.
you. Like I want to do more. That's why.
Oh yeah, like I do. I think that the way that things fulfill me though, it's different now. Like even with battling, like also just real quick, is this too long already? Am I like chatting too much because of the length of the podcast?
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
But like, yeah, things that fulfill me is different now too. Like, for example, like for a while, like I would travel a lot, like all over the place, and then I would like be like, oh my gosh, this is my first time DJing here, or oh my gosh, this is my first time DJing here. But then I wouldn't really feel as fulfilled as if it was like maybe my friends were there, you know, or someone was there to experience it with me, or or if I didn't do something like fully, then I wouldn't feel fulfilled. Or if it's something that's like costing me more to do versus like keeping it. Those things I definitely take into account now. Like for example, like Red Bull and Goldies, like I really wish that I separated those because I did those the same year and it was like really, really, really tough. On top of like I had like life shit and other shit going. So I was like, that was not a smart move. So I feel like even though not a lot of people have those experiences, you know, and I mean, it might sound like an excuse, but it just is what it was. That like I didn't fully like get to experience it like as good as I feel like I should have, you know. But, I don't know. That's it.
So do you think you'll battle again?
I have thought about it. I would definitely like have to really commit. Like I really, if I battled again, I would love to do it, but I would like to like fully commit to it and be like, all right, like I'm really like gonna go for the gold, you know, because the first ones, like the ones I did, it was I didn't know how to control my anxiety. Like I didn't have the confidence I do now. Like now, even if which does make a big difference, and I learned that, and I would be like intimidated by DJs that were like extremely like a lot better than me, you know. But at the end of the day, like honestly, like you can have a better day than them and win versus like, you know what I mean. So it just depends. So
okay,
I would just do my best in a different way.
So you've experienced so much, right? Just like how you're explaining yourself, like what would you tell your younger self when she would be getting into, like if you had a younger self, what would you tell her? Or any younger DJ that gets into this now, what would an advice be?
I would probably tell them maybe it, like for myself I would say just for myself, as a younger me, I would definitely tell her to like not worry so much, or like not be so anxious, and that things will work out, because that's definitely just how it goes. And then I would also tell her to stop caring so much about what people think, and just do your thing. And I would also tell her, to care about, like, to pick and choose what you really care about, like, because there's been times where I'm like, dang, I've been doing this gig and this just doesn't make me happy anymore, you know, and I could have used that time to like really invest in myself in different ways. So I guess those things, really and also advice. To like, stay a little bit more focused, because sometimes I'd be like getting lost in different things. So.
Like shiny ball syndrome. Like, ooh, that's new.
Oh.
Let's go try that.
We have a segment called Rapid Fire Questions, and we're going to ask rapid fire questions to Javin for rapid fire answers. All right, start with it. Here we go. D-Styles or Qbert?
D-Styles.
Serato Crates or iTunes?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Serato Crates or iTunes?
Oh, Serato Crates.
Craze or Qbert?
Craze.
Damn.
And no hate on Qbert. I swear that's just a coincidence. I like Qbert too. I just like those other guys more too.
That's all
I don't know why.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
No judgment here.
No judgment.
Pioneer or Rain?
Pioneer.
Turntables or CDJs?
Turntables.
Turntables or controllers?
Turntables still probably.
That's what's up. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Kehlani or Janelle Monáe?
Oh, that's hard. I would say over time, fully Janelle Monáe, but dang, I was really into younger Kehlani, like her first albums.
Yeah. But what about Kehlani or Beyonce?
Probably Beyonce, honestly.
Yeah.
Just a much bigger range of options.
That's true. Now, getting punished, slippers or the belt?
I'll take slippers for sure, because that belt hurts.
Yeah, it does, man.
That belt hurts.
The belt hurts, man.
No, the framing of the question. And getting punished, slippers or belt?
I know.
So it made sense. I don't want to just be like, hey, slippers or the belt.
Yeah, are we talking at home or in the bed?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Parents or partner?
Parents or partner?
That's crazy.
Might change things.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh,
Continuing on, Usher's Yeah or Lil Jon's Get Low?
I honestly would probably choose Get Low still, even. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll just pass on both, I guess. Or either play both or pass on both.
Okay.
One
There
of
we go.
those.
All right. Nike or New Balance?
I'm still on Nike. I don't know the New Balance hype yet. I haven't experienced it.
What about
y'all?
Adidas? Yeah, I rock a lot of New Balances. The
They feel
Maven
good?
Racings. Yeah, they're pretty solid. Like they're all numbers and shit, by the way. So if I talk about it, you'll be like, in your head, you're like, what?
Yeah, it's like 550, 6 something.
90.
Yeah, 550 was like a common one. It was like a basketball shoe, but that shoe's not comfortable. It's like, it's bulky and it's kind of bouncy, but for like all day use, no, I wouldn't walk with that all
He's
day.
an expert, man.
That's what I'm looking for when it's
Yeah.
still a stylish shoe that I can stand on all day.
Then I gotta tell you just gotta get some Skechers, man. They don't break the bank, and they fucking are. They look dope, bro.
Or hookahs.
The hookahs are still expensive.
DIY those.
Are they hookahs or hookah? I don't know.
Hookahs,
Hookahs.
I think. Hookahs.
Hookahs. Oh man. Okay.
All right. I don't know if you like Filipino food or not, but do you like pinakbet or sinigang?
I like sinigang.
Or what about sinigang or adobo?
You know, when I was younger, I liked adobo more, but as I got older, sinigangs.
All right.
Pancit
Pancit bihon or pancit malabog?
I like pancit. I like both. I would say I like bihon more.
Okay. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
That's what's up. But is it because of the MCU?
Probably. It's just every time I watch a DC movie, I just feel like unfulfilled. At then I'm like, you know, like you're like dang, Batman was like 3 hours long, but at the end it was alright still. You know?
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion. Okay?
No,
I
that's
don't know
cool.
if
And I'm a
there's
Batman
any
fan.
fan.
You saw that there's this new Superman dropping in July. You see that? And it's directed by
No.
James Gunn. He did like, what did he direct?
The Justice
Guardians
League?
of the Galaxy.
Oh, but who else is in DC? Is Deadpool in DC?
No, Deadpool.
No,
Nah, he's
Deadpool's Marvel.
Yeah.
So who else is DC that's like, oh, that one's like really, really dope?
I don't know,
Nah.
dude.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, like the one.
I don't know. I like
Robin.
Marvel.
Robin's
I mean-
in there.
The OG Batman stuff was good, you know, like that was solid. But I mean, for anything like new, it's like, Like, I mean, there was the Batman, which is like the younger take of Batman with Robert Pattinson that dropped. That one was kind of like had good reviews, opposed to like people.
Yeah,
like
it was
seeing
alright. It was cool.
Ben Affleck's Batman or something.
I think the only DC thing I liked was when Rex Neverate did that.
Of course.
skit.
Oh, the freaking Super Friends
Oh,
joke.
God.
Marites.
The peach, the peach. And I think
And that is
Batman's
still,
gay.
that's still
I
funny
remember
to
that.
me. But that's the extent of how much I like DC.
Yeah,
That's sad.
All right. All right, so regular fries or curly fries?
I don't eat curly fries too much, but if I had the option, I would choose the curly fries over regular.
Word. Now, what about sweet potato fries over curly fries?
I do like sweet potato fries a lot.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that shit hits every time. I prefer that over
Yeah.
any regular.
And I feel like you could try a bunch of different kinds, and most of the time it'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
At least my experience, I think. I
Yeah.
haven't really had a bad. But, anyways.
No, it's all good.
Anyways.
Drake or Kendrick?
That's hard. I know that beef is going. I respect and love Kendrick more, but Drake just has so much that it's like I will probably play more Drake, and his stuff is more danceable than Kendrick's, and things like that. I don't know.
I agree.
I want to say Drake, but I just love Kendrick too.
It's
And
like a mood thing.
Okay,
huh?
I would, yeah, and I will say that I probably listen to like Kendrick. No, because I would also listen to old Drake stuff too. Dang, sorry guys, failed the rapid fire.
No, that's good. It's dope.
I like both.
Yeah.
Both are good. It's fine.
Do you know who Piolo Pascual is, the Filipino actor?
Here we go.
Yeah, I can't remember his face, but I know he's like extremely famous, and
Yeah.
he's very handsome.
So you saying that he's handsome, him or Pedro Pascal?
Oh, I know Pedro Pascal's daddy though. So,
Yeah.
but the yeah,
All right. Now him
Yeah.
or Michael B. Jordan?
I would still choose Pedro Pascal. Something about him.
Last of Us is
Something
good.
about him.
Who's watching The
I
Last
was-
of Us right now?
I am.
Wait. Hold on. I need to understand this. Is it like a charm thing? Like
Yes.
with dudes?
With Pedro?
Yeah. Is it like a charming thing?
It's like an
I don't even know who Pedro is.
You don't know who Pedro
Google it.
Pascal is?
Si Pedro Pascal. Gago.
I don't.
No, because like
Si Mandalorian.
I don't.
The Mandalorian. Yes,
Mandalorian?
the Mandalorian.
Yeah, he's a Mandalorian.
But he's just a voice and shit. He doesn't even have a face in that at all.
God damn it.
He does
Still
once.
like some kind. Oh yeah, that's right.
Once
Yeah.
in season 1.
Damn. Wait, do you think Michael B. Jordan is hot or not? Is he daddy to you?
I do. He's pretty handsome. I
See-
wouldn't say he's daddy though. Pedro Pascal's daddy.
Damn. Okay.
Michael B. Jordan's like hot
On the-
boyfriend.
On the Patreon episode of this, we're gonna dive deep into this because I need to understand. This is crazy to me.
Patreon.
Yeah, we'll continue this conversation on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Pascal.
You think anyone's hotter than Michael B. Jordan for like a hot boyfriend?
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on taste. I've always been into Channing, honestly.
Ooh.
Tatum?
I think Channing Tatum's hot. Yeah.
Ooh, we were gonna
How'd
ask
you
you
think
that.
he looked in
We were
the
like,
Gambit
We were.
outfit? Was he sexy?
Oh my god, the
Shot it
Gambit
down.
outfit.
I haven't seen him in Gambit. Is he?
Oh.
Is he hot?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Subjective.
It looked cool. Puto or Kusinta?
That's hard. I don't know if it's just because I don't get Jacinta a lot, but I really do like that one. So I'm gonna choose that one.
Okay, dope.
But
What about,
I like puto flando because there's a little bit of change of texture. I
That's
feel like
true.
sometimes puto's like too much bread.
Yeah, just a sticky thing. It's like a booger.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's too the other. Yeah, on the other end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a booger.
I don't know if you like that
What
or
about
electric
y'all?
Oh, what do I like? This what's it called? Fuck, I forgot. It's like a brown ball, and it's like
Cascaron?
yes. My grandma used to make that.
Cascaron.
It's like a mochi like ball.
It's a
and
mochi
then-
ball with like brown sugar.
yeah,
melted
like
brown
melted
I
brown
don't think
sugar.
I've ever had that one.
It's crack. I miss my grandma now. Fuck.
I don't know that one either.
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah, Cascaron. I remember she used to make that a lot growing up. That was pretty fire. But those fucking like, do you know that dessert that's like multi-layered? It's like ube, and it's like purple, and then like there's like a
Halo,
yellow
halo?
or orange.
Not
Nah,
halo, halo?
it's like a sticky like thing. I don't even know what it's called. Never mind.
Oh, it's kind of like sticky, but not that sticky. More like coconut.
Isn't that just like? Isn't it 3 desserts like
That's
layered on
neutral?
top of each other?
Yes.
It's
Oh,
like ube,
no, I haven't.
and then isn't it kuchinta, and then
Oh,
something
is
else?
that
the
what
cake
that is?
thing. Right?
It could be
I don't
pink,
know.
and they had like little like coconut like things on top.
Oh yeah, that's the cake thing. It's like really jiggly, right?
Yeah.
Jiggly.
It's jiggly. It's just a
I don't
doughy
know what you're
thing.
talking about.
It's all good. I
It's
just
okay.
wanted to throw that in there because fuck, you guys got me like hungry, craving like
hungry
old
now.
desserts.
Okay. What about
Real. It's dinner
what about
time.
is the green drink buko pandan? Is
Yeah,
that what
Yeah.
it is?
Yeah.
that or
Buko
ube.
pandan or halo halo?
Hello.
Halo halo.
Halo halo.
Ah, dang that. I must
Halo
have-
halo
If
or
they can
taho?
eat, yeah. Ah, that one's hard too.
Tahos. Oh my
Taho's
god.
so good.
Our
I
Filipino
guess-
showing, guys.
I guess taho.
I guess it depends on the
It
weather.
depends on the mood.
Because taho
Yeah,
is
that
good when
that
it's
part.
cold. Halo halo is
Yep.
good when it's hot.
Yeah, it is a warm drink. All right, well, that's it for our rapid fire questions.
Right.
Dude,
Ooh.
Javen, thank you so much for coming
you,
out,
Javen.
man.
Thank you for
fucking
having me.
Busy ass schedule and
Thank you,
shit, you know what I
guys.
mean? Yo,
Thank you so much.
This was fun.
I forgot to ask, what
Um,
sign are you? I forgot to ask that question.
Yeah, what's your big three?
What's your sign? What's your big three?
I actually don't know my rising. People ask me, but my mom like won't tell me when I was born. I'm like, did you
the
lose
time.
my birth certificate
Oh,
or
sick.
something? You know. But is that what it is? It's your birth time, right?
Yeah.
The rising.
Yeah, you
one?
need time to find your rising.
I just know that I'm Taurus Sun and Leo Moon.
Oh, cool.
What does that mean?
What are those responses, ladies and gentlemen?
The
Oh.
Taurus sun definitely explains why you're so motivated and driven and like, you know, wanting
Like,
to be the best.
headstrong.
So that, yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I don't know a lot about astrology, but I'm a Taurus rising, Virgo moon, Taurus rising.
Ooh.
So, yeah. Anyway,
Okay, I'm a Aquarius, Pisces cusp, and an Aries rising. How about you?
Cool.
Ray?
oh, what's your moon?
My moon is Aquarius.
Oh, Aquarius.
They're water.
Aquarius
water, air,
moon
fire.
and Aquarius rising. Aquarius.
No, I'm an
Capricorn
Aries.
cusp.
I'm
Fun.
an Aries rising, but my sun is Aquarius and Pisces cusp. Because I'm born
Gotcha.
between. Yeah. I'm all weird.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That was hard to
Damn.
wrap my head around.
that's all complicated. My shit's I'm a Capricorn, and then my rising is yeast, and then my
God.
and my moon is ass. I don't know it, man. Sorry,
You
dude.
said you're right. Your moon is ass.
God damn it.
You're dumb, Ray.
You're crazy, Ray. God.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how to answer those questions. I don't. I just know I'm a Capricorn. That's it.
What are you, Chris?
I'm a crab. I'm the Cancer sign. That's all I know.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Please tell me you guys know that reference, please.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Wait,
I
you talking
know.
about the guy from Futurama?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about SpongeBob. What is that?
No.
That noise would be from SpongeBob.
That's about the same.
All right. Well, that concludes this episode of the Skratcher Podcast. You can check us out on all streaming platforms and the video versions on YouTube. You can find us on ScratcherNet on IG and then Skratcher on TikTok. Till next time. Peace, yo. What voice crack?
Bye.